And we're back with more Ohio Weddings, and today I'm with Stephanie by Hagar with Entertainment Unlimited Events, and today we're going to talk about some of the design trends that we're seeing. Now, what have you been seeing this year?
Well, what I've really seen a lot of is that couples are trying to tie together the overall style of their wedding in every aspect, from the backdrop to the cake backdrop to the invitations. Often we custom design a backdrop for a couple, and when we do that, we actually give them the graphics so that they can incorporate their napkins, they can incorporate their invitations. I mean, they can even put the design on their place cards, their cake, really whatever they want to use it for, but they're making it very cohesive, and it then reflects their personality.
Well, when we were talking with Jan earlier, she customized the cake for the dress. So, I mean, you literally could do that as well.
I actually did that many years ago. We literally took the dress to the cake maker, and we followed the ruffle. Jan's cakes were amazing.
Yes, yeah. Now, what are some of the other things that you see that are emerging?
Something that is really hot right now is lighting. Lighting can change the overall appearance of a room. Everything from pin spotting each table to color washing the room. It's just amazing, and we can do such a beautiful job with it. We can turn a barn into a beautiful ballroom.
Yeah. Now, sometimes those classic styles just kind of never go away. What do you see that being this year?
I have to tell you, I've been doing this for 17 years, and in the time that I've been doing it, something that has never changed is that girls always love the head table backdrops and the ceiling swagging. I have young ladies look for a venue that can accommodate the ceiling swagging. They don't want to go there if they can't have the ceiling swagging, and that's never gone out of style. I'd say it's classic because it's just classically romantic and elegant.
Now, we saw Jan kiss her cakes. Now, you have something that can showcase some of the cakes?
Absolutely. I think so often the cakes are magnificent and they get pushed to the end of the wedding. And what I try to do is I create a backdrop for the cake that matches the head table backdrop, but it's smaller. And I recommend that the bride and groom feature the cake cutting right after they do their formal introduction. The cake doesn't get taken away, but it creates a beautiful time for friends, guests to come up and take a photograph of them. It creates a beautiful photo for their wedding album. The cake gets to be appreciated and enjoyed. It's focused on, I mean, the kind of cakes that I'm seeing in weddings now, they're works of art. They're not just a cake. So you want that to be featured. So I feature it by creating a backdrop that matches their head table backdrop, and I find that a lot of the couples I work with think it's one of the most beautiful pictures they have in their album.
Well, it's funny that you say that because a lot of times, sometimes cakes are not put in the right place in the room necessarily, and sometimes you need that backdrop to hide something.
I agree completely. I mean, so often I do backdrops to feature the focal point, to really draw the attention to the bride and groom, because basically what I do is I put decor where the couple's going to be photographed. I want them to get the most for their money out of every aspect of their event. So I look at where are they going to be photographed. Well, they're going to be photographed at their head table. And if you lay the room out like I suggest, which is your head table, your dance floor, every big picture, their first dance, father-daughter, mother-son, is going to take place on that dance floor, and then the photographer is going to shoot back toward the head table backdrop. Even if it's not in focus, it creates just a fabulous ambiance, and it makes the most of their photographs. I also love to do the cake table backdrop. I feel like that cakes are beautiful and that they so often get pushed to the end of the night that not only do they not get eaten because they aren't cut and served at the appropriate time, but that people don't see how beautiful they are, so I like to feature them. I also like to put decor at the entry, because I can tell you from my wedding, one of my favorite pictures is my husband and myself walking in the room, and just that look when our friends and family were clapping for us and how exciting it was. And so I would rather see beautiful decor around that than a big old red exit sign.
Exactly.
And, it just makes all the difference in the world. So I try to make everything we do with the decor fit the overall needs of the bridal couple synergistically with the other vendors so that it features every aspect of their wedding.
Now, what as far as the vintage look, what What have you seen with that?
Well, you know what I find is we have, I don't get a lot of specific questions for vintage, but I want people want classic. They want beautiful. And I have these beautiful, elegant, Art Deco themed backdrops that just are stunning. And when someone says they want vintage, what I find is they really want classic. And it ties together so beautifully. You cannot go wrong with these beautiful luminary walls. They're classically elegant.
Well, I think that's why Pinterest is so important, because they may communicate one thing, but if you see it on Pinterest, you can find out what style they really want.
It's absolutely true. And one of the things I do is I'll get young ladies that come to me with like 5 or 6 different styles on their Pinterest page. And I will sit with them and I will go over between the styles they've picked, the photos in my album, maybe some pictures from wedding magazines, and say, what do you really like? Let's narrow down. Tell me what your favorite is. So we go to their favorite, and then I go, tell me what your second favorite is. And we narrow it down, and what I find is that their style tends to be modern, and then we look at that area of photographs, or it tends to be classic, or it tends to be romantic. And then they've put a few pictures on there that don't match at all, so we just get rid of those. And we actually narrow it down so that their event becomes the classic, tasteful event they want it to be. They could have gone to a justice of the peace to get married. They decided to have a beautiful reception and invite their guests. So because of that, I want them to get the most for their money out of every aspect of their event. And we want to tie it together. We want it to all match. And I don't mean matchy-matchy, but I want it to have the same style. And ultimately, that's what they want too. They want it to be elegant. They want it to be tasteful. And it works out really well, because that location with all of those pictures, actually in some ways, I mean, I joke and say I hate Pinterest. I don't hate Pinterest. I hate that it has too many things to help, that if girls don't get to someone like me, they aren't able to narrow it down, and then they have a million different things going on at their event, which isn't always great looking. This way, once they get to me and they can show it to me, I can help them narrow it down.
Now, for them to get more information, where would we go to your website?
They can absolutely go to my website, and my website is www.entertainmentunlimitedevents.com, or they can also contact me at Stephanie@entertainmentunlimitedevents.com.
Well, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.